Welcome back to the Steel and Velvet podcast. My name is Nash.
And I am Macey Marks. We are the
Macey
Markses. Marks? I feel like I've asked that for months.
It's Markses, technically. We had this discussion not that long ago. Technically, it is Markses because it's like apostrophe S, right? That's what you'd say.
I mean, I'm the English major and I don't even know, so.
But I've always heard it said, like, oh, you're going to the Marks' house.
Yeah. So we're the Marks.
You don't say you're going to the Marks' house.
Welcome to the Marks podcast called Steel and Velvet, if you didn't know. Anyway.
Crazy.
Yes.
Also, I sound like a robot entering it. Welcome back.
Welcome
to the
back.
Steel and Velvet podcast.
You don't sound like a robot.
Smell like a robot? Robot.
We are tongue twisted today.
That is a mechanical sausage.
Okay, move on. Let's keep
Macey,
going.
how was your weekend? Weekend report with Macey.
Welcome back to the weekend report with Macey. I had an okay weekend. I was alone this weekend. Nash was on a trip with some friends.
Yep.
So it was good. I got to hang out by the pool, which was nice. We haven't really had a ton of warm days up here for a while. So it was nice to go get in the sun. I read a whole book in the span of a day and a half. So that was great. Definitely miss my husband though. So I'm very happy that you're back. Aww.
Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
I had a great weekend with some buddies who's getting the one buddy, not buddies getting married. It's the one buddy is getting married end of May.
Yes.
And we had a lot of fun up in the mountains.
Yeah.
It's a good time. But yes, miss my wife.
I'm happy you're home.
But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're doing something a little bit different today.
Yes.
You're going to be hanging out with us for a date night. I would say it's a part of the date night.
It's evening.
That we have. It's
5:30ish.
5:23.
Recording. So we're gonna.
I have 1,700 steps for the day.
That's great. We are going to do a little. We have these cards that we got. Actually, we got them at my bridal shower. Somebody gave us it as a little gift of just growing in intimacy with your spouse. So we got some cards. They are very lighthearted, but also some are very deep. So we're going to see which ones we get and just talk about them. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. First one.
Do you want to...
What?
Is it just one of us answering?
No, we got to both answer.
Okay.
And then... if you guys feel inclined, you could leave yours in the comments.
Oh my gosh. Comment down below.
I want to
comment down below.
Anyway, so question number 1. What was your favorite date night we ever had?
6 months.
Yeah.
I
want to say too, the first year we were dating, we went on a big date every month. Big date as in just really planning it. It wasn't necessarily money big, but it was just fun, you know?
It could have literally been going to get a milkshake at Chick-fil-A
but at least once a month we would
being
celebrate.
intentional about what you're celebrating.
Exactly.
Not making it like any other date.
Yeah. So I would agree too, but I want to know your reasoning for why it was our 6 month.
Well, I'm a beach guy, and this was at a beach on the coast of Florida, on the Atlantic side.
It was an hour away from us.
Yeah, so it was just fun listening to music and stuff on the way over, and then we hung out by the beach. Stopped in some surf shops and stuff, so that was a lot of fun. But then we went to dinner and it was dark, went back to the beach, nobody on the beach.
It was so nice.
We slow danced on the beach.
You turned on some Frank Sinatra.
I did, and we slow danced. And so I don't know, that was just a lot of fun. The Way You Look Tonight. Yeah. It's a classic for slow dancing songs, but I don't know, that that's always been my answer because it's so easy to remember how fun that was.
Yeah, I think even that night we were oh, this was such a fun date.
Yeah.
And the drive, you were saying, gave us, it was an hour to and an hour back, so it was 2 hours of just uninterrupted time with each other, but also we went to a nicer restaurant. It was our first nice restaurant that we went to, I remember, and
right.
We were able to dress up a little bit.
I spent my lawn care money, man.
Yeah, we did not make much money back then, and so that was definitely a hit, but it was worth it, and it was. We still talk about it to this day, which is so fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay. What is your favorite gift I've ever given you?
Oh, I think it's my wedding gift, which is this little
bangle. It's a silver bangle.
It's a little silver bangle, and then on the inside,
Oh gosh.
it has the date of our wedding. Wow.
I just realized I'm
Look at that
gonna.
quality, crystal clear. Anybody who watched The Office will get that reference.
So basically,
yeah.
I got him a bangle, and it has our wedding
With
date.
our wedding date.
Yes.
And I've always wanted a bangle.
Yes.
But I never get one because I wanted to get like a nice one, and so I got it for free.
Little information about Nash. Any jewelry that he gets, he likes to just like beat the heck out of it, like scratch it and get it all worn. And so I did something good. Well, I didn't do it, but I bought it off of Etsy, and it came worn. So it was like literally exactly what you would want. It's scratched and like kind of looks
also added a scratch
old.
to it.
You did?
Yeah. Well, not on purpose.
But yeah, so that was.
Yeah.
I knew I hit the head on the nail.
By far my favorite. What about you? I actually don't think I know this answer.
I think my favorite, which it's not even like a useful gift, like it's not anything that I asked for, but we both, I'll go back for context. The first day that we started dating, we went back to Nash's family's house, and on the whole drive over, we listened to Brandon Lake's album to his wife,
Almond Eyes.
And so that album kind of became like the anthem of our relationship. And we had our first dance to Goodnight for Now. But you also, I think it was 3 months, or was it 1 month?
It was 3 months.
So at 3 months, he got me this little, I might share a picture. Yeah, I'll share a picture when I post this, so you can go see it on there. But he got me a music box, and he hole punched these specific little notes in it, and he said it took him hours to do. And so like
my family will remember, it took me a couple of hours to do it.
So basically, it's like a piece of paper, and you run it through the music box, and then you can personalize whatever song you want.
But you have to hole punch each note in the song.
So just the thought that you spent so much time getting it ready, and it was our song, and that really became our song. It was our first dance song, and then it also has like a little engraving on the top. So it's just so wholesome and sweet. And
like my hands were not meant to. Any guy will know that. Like my hands were not meant to like punch these little holes and then like draw out each hole. It was a lot. So I'm happy that's your favorite one.
That was my favorite gift. There's a lot of good gifts, but I just feel like we were really great with intentional gifts.
We were.
Like, not all the time, but sometimes.
We did all right with that.
Yeah, we did all right with that.
Next one.
What is something I did that you thought was unexpected? Oh my gosh. Let me read
that sentence was unexpected.
What is something I did that you thought was exceptionally kind or thoughtful?
Marrying me. But
What?
I'll say something more broad.
That can be it if you want it.
No. I think you just surprised me with like texts or the way that you greet me at the door. Those are unexpected, but they're always very kind. I can't like say a specific one because you do it relatively often, which is why it's like still unexpected. Not that you don't greet me at the door or whatever, but it's just different ways. And those are these mean a lot.
Yeah. I would agree. It's not necessarily one giant grand gesture, but when you come home with like Nash, if he knows how to get to my heart, I mean, not he knows how to get to my heart, but if he wants to do it, he knows that he either needs to get me a sweet, bring me home a sweet, bring me home some flowers, or write me a note. And I feel like you do those all.
So basically, Macey always needs something from me.
Basically, you just said the same thing. So mine's
not material.
Oh, what?
I'm being funny.
I just really like that, and it makes me feel thought of, especially like when you come home from work. Like he came home. Okay. A couple weeks ago, he had a staff meeting, and somebody brought a bunch of sweets, like literally a giant box of cookies and brownies. And they sent Nash home with them, but he also like came home. He was like, "I have a surprise!" Like,
and it was a lot.
We had cookies and brownies for 2 weeks.
It was like a straight week.
It was so much, but it was so
literally your heaven.
Good. And that one day, I don't make pastries very often, but I made muffins that day. We had so many sweets.
So much.
But yeah, that was really sweet of you, and I really loved that. But okay, next one. Do you ever wish I could read your mind, and when?
Yes.
Explain.
When you ask me if I'm okay 4 times in a row, and I don't know how to say it any
I
other
don't know-
different way.
I don't know any other people pleasers that are listening. If you struggle with this, they can say that they're fine so many times, but if they're not like conveying it with their actions, it's so hard for me to believe. And I don't know if you guys struggle with that too. And
That's
I know
what it is.
it's
Yeah, that's what it
definitely
is
a
for you.
point of contention in our relationship, because then me asking him over and over gets
So I wish you could just read my mind the first time I answer, or you don't even have to say it because you just know in my mind I'm okay.
How about like when we're in the car or something and you've just been quiet for like 15 minutes because that's your nature, and I'm like, are you mad at me? And he's like, no, I'm literally
Even though we could have
thinking...
been laughing about a joke 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, there's like a joke right now, like ongoing, that's like the girl thinking, and it's like a bunch of questions all constantly going on in her mind, and then it goes to the guy, and it's like, what does a walrus sound like? Like different, like random
What does
thoughts
a
like
walrus
that.
sound like? That's a
But
good
I
question.
think that's a very accurate representation of like, yeah, what goes on in each other's minds.
Yeah.
I wish that you could read my mind when I'm mad at you, because I feel like I instinctively, like, I've said it before, I'm a physical touch girl. So if he like touches my arm or puts a hand on my knee or something, like that really affirms me.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I wish I could just like, you would know, but I don't want to ask for it. And there's like
Right.
a lot of things of like, it's a typical
If
girl.
only he knew.
Yeah, but it's also like the girl thing of not wanting to admit that you're not okay.
Right.
Like,
And
I feel like that's a really...
Guys love that.
Yeah, but you're going to ask me if I'm okay? I'm like, I'm fine. Clearly I'm not if I'm saying that. I know that's such a cliche girl thing to do, but I do it. So yeah, I wish you could read my mind when I was upset.
I wish I could too.
When I'm frustrated with you, because then I feel like yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could do that too.
In an ideal world, I wish you could read my mind.
Okay, next question.
How much space should people in a relationship give each other?
It is different for each relationship, I feel like. Sometimes I just need to go to the gym by myself, or I just need to sit on the couch and not necessarily talk a ton. Maybe the distance isn't necessarily like physically.
Yeah.
It could just be like I just need to sit and be quiet for like 30 minutes or something like that. But sometimes for us it is literally like physical. Or like I'll go run to the store on my own or something like that.
I truly cannot tell you one time that you've done that since we've been married. I am a store girly. I don't even need to get anything. We've gone to Walmart before and I just walk around and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Yep.
Yeah. I think, at least for us, and I've been asked this recently of like, people have asked, like, do you think spending a lot of time with your spouse is going to be a point of like contention? And I think, in my personal opinion, this is not everybody's thoughts, but I think if I were to spend more time with you, if that draws me away from you, if spending more time with you makes me want to be away from you, then I think we have a bigger problem. I think what you're saying about like every once in a while, like whenever you come home from work, obviously you're with people all day and you need to digress and be by yourself for a little bit.
Digress.
But I mean, this weekend, for example, he was gone for 3 days. It wasn't fun. Like, I got married to you and it made me appreciative of
What wasn't fun?
being alone.
Oh.
It was not crazy fun. I mean, I was able to find things to do and it was like I did have fun, but being away from you was not.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think in those times and when you have had to go away for retreats or whatever it may be, I really, really, really am thankful for marriage and just the gift that it is, not to, just for us. Like, for me at least, it's such a gift for you to like come home. So.
Yeah. It's a good answer.
I don't know. I guess if you think you need more space, then.
Depends on the relationship.
Yeah, but if you're seeking space constantly, I'd say have a conversation about that.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, this one's pretty lighthearted. Who hogs the blankets more?
Definitely Macey, 100%. She will even admit to that one.
Yeah.
She will literally rip the entire comforter off of me, and I'm waking up just popsicle style.
Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll catch myself, and then I'll just like cover us both. I never realized I did it though. Obviously, I've never lived with anybody before, so
All the time.
just new
And then
habit.
she complains about how she's cold.
I'm freezing. Nash runs warm, and I run freezing. So that's why I need the extra covers. You just don't need them, so I take them.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Next one. What small pleasures do you enjoy the most?
A box of Cheez-Its.
That's a small pleasure that you enjoy.
I do.
That it? That's the only small pleasure that you could think of is a box of Cheez-Its?
I don't know. I don't know. Just like movie nights with you, where we like go out and get like a fun snack or something. Something really little.
Oh, last night we went and got Publix subs, came back. What did we watch? Parks and Rec. We've been watching Parks and Rec now.
Yep.
That was fun. I really like small treasures. I feel like they go so... small pleasures, not treasures. The treasures in my heart.
Macy's a little pirate.
No, I think for me, something small that I find pleasure in is, like I said before, a sweet, or like, I don't know, like any small act of kindness. I feel like I get so happy from all that kind of stuff. I guess I made fun of you for choosing Cheez-Its, but that's all I can think of is food.
You said little treasure.
Yeah. I don't know. Even like last night after we had church, and we had church again in the evening, and then after that we went to the beach, and that was a small pleasure. Like we walked on the pier for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
Macy got too cold.
Yeah, it was freezing.
Macy gets cold a lot.
Yeah, I do. I'm telling you. But the fact that we even went, the intentionality behind it, it made me so happy.
Yeah.
What a little treasure, right?
What a treasure.
What a treasure.
Final one.
Let's
treasure it.
What do you daydream about most often?
That's a really good question. I wish I could say you, but it's probably something weird.
How dare you?
It's probably some weird boy answer like
the Roman Empire.
If you know, a guy were to break in the house or something right now, would I try to break his arm first, or would I like
That's what you think
try
of?
to kick his kneecap in or something like that?
Do you actually think that?
Or like
what does
if I jumped out of a plane before it crashed, you know, like right before it hits the ground, would I survive?
That's
Questions
what
like
you
that.
think of?
I don't know.
What a manly answer.
Guys?
Guys?
Or if I was on a 45-foot wave and I was surfing it, could I do it first try and just be like this like legendary one wave kid?
Interesting.
Yep.
I
don't need to daydream about you because you're real.
Yeah, I guess it's true. Well, my answer
Is what?
My answer is that I daydream about our future family, like a lot. Like I daydream about houses.
Same answer as me. Sounds similar.
Yeah, so similar. Jumping out of an airplane and then building a family. I think right now in this season, since we've been married, I think the next step is like a family or a dog or something like that. And so naturally, I think that just is like what I daydream next, because that's like the most achievable thing to me next. And so just putting thought into those kind of things and like, oh, what will our house look like? What are we going to do? Like, how would I decorate? What are our dog names going to be with our 15 dogs that we're going to have? Like, not actually, but hypotheticals. Like, I just think a lot about hypotheticals, what our place is going to look like, how many kids we're going to have, whenever I'm a grandma, when am I going to be like a grandma? Like, it's just, my thoughts are so futuristic that I'm like, I just think like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's like a dream of mine. That's a big dream of mine now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
You dream about jumping out of airplanes and wondering if you'll survive. And I dream about life and love. So.
Very similar. Very close
identical.
to it.
Look at us.
Hey, if you have somebody in your life that you're married to, dating, or engaged,
send this to them.
Send this to them. And maybe you guys answer the questions as you go through the video. I'm curious. And then comment below some funny answers or something like that. Comment down below. Comment down below, guys.
Comment down below.
All right. Thanks for joining us. A little bit different today. A little more fun, lighthearted.
We hope that you will join us next week.
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.